Hello, welcome to Geeked Up Board Games. My name's Carl and today I'm going to do a follow-up video to yesterday's How to Play Forbidden Desert video because I've had a number of requests for potential strategies on this incredibly fun but incredibly tough cooperative game. Now my first suggestion is to base any strategy you're going to make around the number of people playing, because if you've got 2 players, well, it's going to be very easy to maneuver them and organise them onto a single tile to maximise the benefits of the water sources. But if you've got 5 players, there is no way it will ever be worth the benefit of doing that, so you want to find other strategies to try and work around it. I'd also recommend you look at the characters that you happen to draw for that game. Each character's unique abilities will be essential to winning the game, but depending which characters you get will depend on what strategy you want to go for to maximise those characters' abilities. So here we have a board that I've set up with all 6 characters on the board. Now obviously when you're playing the game you can only have a maximum of 5 people playing, so there will always be one character that's missing. But for the sake of today's video I'm going to show you all characters to demonstrate their abilities and suggest some strategies you can use for them. The first character I'm going to look at is Yellow. Yellow is the Navigator. Now the Navigator's ability is to move another player up to 3 unblocked tiles per action, and that includes tunnels, it includes the Explorer and the Climber, and they can use their special abilities when being moved. So the Navigator is my number 1 character for always going first when he's drawn, because to put it simply, he can move the other players around the board. He can move the green player diagonally, he can use the black player's ability to take another character with him and then move that character 3 tiles for 1 action. So essentially the Yellow Navigator can move 4 players to opposite ends of the map so that you'll be able to start uncovering tiles a lot faster. This is the best strategy I've ever found for winning in Forbidden Desert. The next character we'll look at is the Archaeologist. If you've got the Archaeologist in your team, their ability is to clear 2 sands from 1 tile per action. So if we get some sand, we know, don't we, normally this tile would be blocked. The Archaeologist come along and just 1 action can remove both. So if it was that the entire board was to be blocked with a big wall of sand, the Archaeologist could move through in half the time. The Explorer, he's quite cool because his ability allows him to move diagonally and also enables him to remove sand tiles diagonally as well. So that would mean if you did have a wall, he could move around the wall without having to take up too many actions. The Water Carrier will be a particularly valuable character to have on your team because the Water Carrier has the most water of anybody. He also has the ability to draw water tiles from an excavated well. So with the wells, well, that's a mirage, so we won't look at that one. But with the well, normally when you turn the well over, the person on the well will get 2 extra water. And then that well is useless. So you have to try and maneuver everybody onto the well. But if you've got the Water Carrier, they can go to the well at any time and for 1 action draw 2 water from the well. So they could fill up their water, find themselves to a cave, and if you've got everybody in the cave system, the Water Carrier can give them water to enable them to get back out into the desert and try to find treasures. The Meteorologist is a very helpful character because the Meteorologist ability is to spend an action to draw fewer storm cards. So we know when we start drawing the storm cards and the sand starts shifting, we can lose sand very fast, we can get blocked very fast. If water gets withdrawn by a sun beats down card, well, that can cause a lot of problems as well. So the Meteorologist can essentially at the start of the game prevent any cards from being drawn. So they could turn over 1 tile and then use 3 actions to prevent 3 cards being drawn in the early stages of the game. But their other ability is to have a look at the storm cards that are about to be drawn. So no matter what number of storm cards you're drawing, you take those cards off the top of the deck and look to see what's coming. They can then move 1 card of your choice to the bottom of the deck. So if you turned it over and saw you were about to get a sun meets down card, you could put that on the bottom of the deck, leave it till later when you'll know it's coming and can prepare for it. If they manage to do that multiple times, you could in effect put most of the Sun Beats Down cards on the bottom of the deck and just make sure that your characters are in a cave for that one move, thereby taking it out of the equation for that round. Finally, we have the Climber. Now the Climber's ability is to move over blocked tiles. So the Climber can move over any tiles even if they've got multiple sand on them. The Climber also can take other characters with him. So obviously that's good for overcoming obstacles and obviously getting to the tiles you need to excavate. But it's also useful because normally if a character gets sand piled on them, that character is buried. They would need to dig themselves out at 1 action per sand tile. But the Climber can climb up on top of the sand, take them with them and free them without them doing that. So that's all the characters of Forbidden Desert, and that's the strategies I've come up with in my own head to try and help myself when I'm playing the game. Now, there's no guarantees with this game. Forbidden Desert remains an incredibly hard game. That's why I enjoy it so much, and things can go wrong very fast when the stand starts shifting. But hopefully with these strategies, you'll be able to give yourself a fighting chance when you do enter that desert. My name's Carl. Like and subscribe if you'd like more content like this one.